Lifelong bonds are formed in college. I'm Kathleen Cook, and here's a look inside the relationship of freshman roommates turned basketball coaches Cara Consuegra and Randi Henderson. Talk about when you guys first met each other.
In a dorm room.
Yep.
Like our freshman year, the start of our freshman year. I mean, I think I talked to her on the phone maybe twice.
But I was mute on the phone.
Yeah, she wasn't real talkative.
I was very shy when I was younger.
And, but yeah, you know, it just kind of like, oh, I hope we like each other because we are living in this really small space together.
Yes. Bunk beds.
Bunk beds and a sink.
For her, living in a small space with one person, I don't think was quite as difficult as it was for me, who wasn't quite as used to sharing. And so I know for me personally, I had to make a lot of adjustments in terms of getting used to that, but it certainly helped me grow as a person.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't as hard for me as her. But you know, she was from far away, and I took her home a lot with me, so she got a lot of Peterson family love and exposure, and I think, you know, just even being exposed to such a big family, and my extended family all lives there, and so for her, just getting that support for a home away from home, I think was really good. And it was fun for me to watch her get exposed to a lot of things, including riding a bike.
You taught her how to ride a bike?
Well, I hadn't ridden one in a while. I'm pretty sure I wiped out.
She totally wiped out.
Awesome. The first time I went back.
She totally wiped out. It was hilarious.
So
I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was great.
I'm an elite athlete. I wiped out on the back. I was so embarrassed.
It was great. So, Cara's probably the first person that I have gone through like a lot of different kinds of emotions with. Good times in season, bad times in season, good things going on for me personally, really hard things going on for me personally. Because we were in this small space, there was really no one else to share those kind of good times and bad times with. And so I think for me, just for us, I thought our friendship grew strength-wise just in both of us learning what a real friend was. It didn't mean it was perfect. It didn't mean we always got along, and we didn't even have to always like each other. But we always respected each other. We always found a way to come to a common agreement or a common ground, and we always found a way to make it work.
I'm always really thankful for Randi because we balanced each other out really, really well. And she helped me grow as a leader in terms of I was really competitive and very much a hothead when I was younger and very sharp with my tone. And Randi was very different and more tolerant and calm and loving. And I think that helped me step towards her a little bit, and maybe my toughness helped her step towards me a little bit. But I think just that balance, we both, at least for me, I know that I really grew in terms of the way that I treated people and cared about people and led people, and doing it more in a loving way than in just always such a harsh competition type way.
We both just had different career intentions. And so for her, you know, she knew she was always going to be a coach. For me, I planned on never being a coach. So that really didn't work out for me. But, you know, for me, I was so excited when basketball was over to kind of just go see the world. And I traveled a lot, and I lived on a mountain for a while, and I lived in the woods. I just did a lot of different things, you know, and kept busy. And I was just really hungry to try new things. And so we did keep in touch the entire time, but for me, I was just so excited about the new chapter and like closing basketball that I think what has been cool about our friendship is that even though we went completely different paths, we managed to stay in touch and still matter to each other through that whole time. What I intended to do and what I went to college to do was to work with people with disabilities as a recreation therapist. So went to grad school and did the same thing. I taught a basic survival class, I taught whitewater rescue, I taught all these adventure courses intending to continue to do that. And then I got done with grad school and I applied for probably 60 or 70 jobs in my field and only one coaching job, and it was the only job I got off. Yeah, I mean,
she was meant to be a coach.
I'm qualified to do a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. Coaching was not what I thought I was qualified for.
2 years before she came on staff, I started to talk to her a little bit more just about basketball. Most of the times we had talked, it wasn't a whole lot about basketball. It was about other things, you know, our friendship and things that, you know, that type of stuff. But we started to talk about basketball because I was really interested in the offense that Randi ran at her college, and she was very, very successful with it. And the more that I talked to her about it, I realized that she was just a really excellent coach, which now that you know the background, I never realized that Randi would be a very excellent coach. Not because I didn't think she could do it, but I knew the Randi that never wanted to be a basketball coach. To see, who that person was when we first met each other in that dorm room to the person she is now, I think for Randi, I'm just so incredibly proud of her and honored to be in her life, because Randi is probably one of the best leaders I've ever been around. From the young lady that never thought she'd be involved with basketball again, and now, she is quite frankly one of the best coaches I've ever been around, and has made this program better in every single way possible. So I think I'm just proud of her as a friend, as a sister, and it's just been neat to see her become the woman that she is, because she impacts people's lives at a very, very high level.
Like, I always knew she would be a basketball coach. I always knew she would be real fiery, real feisty, real passionate. And those are things I love about her. There are also things that can make you mad at her at times, but I absolutely love that part of her. I came here to see her interacting with her players and her family, and being a mom and a wife. And, it just has been really cool to me, because I knew she would be a coach, but I didn't know that she would become such a caring, mom, wife, whole everything, not that you weren't capable of doing that, but it was just kind of like she's always been so driven. So to see her balance all of those things and really value all of those things as like a whole, to me has been so rewarding, just even from growing, with her getting around my family and being around more people, and then just having that family feel. That's probably been one of the coolest things for me, is just to see her owning that part of her life and making it a part of what she does. That has been really cool for me.
From college to post-grad and everything in between, the two have remained friends for over 20 years. Hopefully we'll see them along the sidelines for Charlotte for many more years to come. For everyone here at the Niner Times, I'm Kathleen Cook.